Hello everybody, welcome to the session today. I hope you're doing really well. This is going to be a flow, a power flow with a deep stretch. Okay, it's going to be really great for the whole body, finding that strength in the stillness and also really deep stretching the body. And I think, yeah, it's going to be really beneficial and you're going to love it. So we're going to start standing just very quickly. Feet apart, you don't need any equipment today. Palms facing the front. We're just going to test our balance and our posture by rocking forward and back, just onto your ball of your foot, your toes, heel off a bit, and then back onto your heels. Rocking forward, going back not far enough to fall. If you fall, it's fine. We're trying to find that center line. Gradually make that rock a little less until you settle. Imagine your feet down into the floor and your head all the way up to the ceiling. There's a string connecting your whole body. We're just going to take a little bit of a rock side to side now with the hips. Notice if you feel like you're popping onto one side more than the other. Just through the feet, through the feet. Even can go round a little bit, forward and back, round and side in circles. And again, find your center. There we are, lifting your shoulders up, rolling them back, feeling the chest open. And again, opening them, pushing them down and back. Again, open and back. Good stuff. Okay, coming down to your mat. You're going to put your toes together, your knees wide, and you're just going to start working down to your mat, stretching your arms. You can have your elbows on the mat, forehead down, take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. And again, deep breath in, long breath out. One more time in, and out. Move both arms to the left. Diagonally on your mat, or just off your mat, feel that beautiful stretch and opening down one side of the body. I want you to think of pushing your hips gently back to the heels. Direct your breath in between the rib cage. And again. And gently move back to the middle and pop over to the other side. Deep breath. And then coming back to the middle. You're going to push up gently to all fours. We're going to go into a cat-cow. So just round and arch your back for a few times. So pushing your back away from the floor and then arching through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And again, exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Good, coming neutral. With the spine, reaching up the right arm, opening the chest. Inhale, hold. Thread the needle, bend the other arm. Exhale, thread. Inhale, reach. So this beautiful spinal rotation. Exhale, thread. And again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread. Coming back to neutral. Other arm. Open up, inhale. Thread the needle through. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread. And reach. And thread. Well done. Coming back to the middle. Okay, we're going to reach one leg off behind you and the opposite arm. You're going to really elongate through the body. So imagine I'm pulling your arm and your leg away from the center line. You can feel it in your back, in your abs. Exhale, bring your elbow to the knee slowly and squeeze it. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread, squeeze. Inhale, stretch. And squeeze. And stretch. And squeeze. And stretch. Again. Squeeze. And stretch. Well done. Place the foot on the ground. Place the hands on the ground. And we're just going to turn our supporting leg. We're facing sideways on our mat. And we're going to reach this arm all the way over. So this is a gorgeous side stretch of the body. Well done. And then we're going to place our hand on our hip and just think of pulling your body up. So you're elongating and lifting it off the hips a bit so you're not dumping down, almost in a side plank. And from there, you're going to lift your leg up and down. Don't worry if it doesn't go really very high. It's a hard one. Up and down. Up, down, up. Feeling it in this supporting hip. Three more. Long body, long neck. Really helps pulling that away. There we go, good. Now reach your arm over your head again. Keep that long spine, and we're going to bring our elbow and our knee together at the side here. Squeeze and stretch. Squeeze, stretch. Just a nice little contraction, not too hard at the minute. One more. Good, now put your foot down. I want you to bring your other foot to join it. And then fiddle around, and you've got your feet in a good position for a side. Woo, a wobbly side plank for me. So don't be afraid to come down and reset. We want a really solid side plank position. You're welcome to have your bottom knee on the floor like so. That's also fine. Okay, from here, if you can, I want you to lift your foot up, and you're going to pop it on the floor behind you. You're going to pump those hips to the ceiling, and you're going to arch your back. So we're leaning back in this back bend. Wow. Breathe. 2 more breaths, lift those hips. Good, come back to the middle. We're going to come all the way round. Walk, walk, walk with your feet. Well done. You're going to float that leg up in the air, so the same leg that lifted at the beginning. And then we're going to swing forward into a plank, knee to nose. Swing forward. Push that leg up behind you. And away. Forward you go. Push it back. And again. And push it back. Good stuff. Put your foot on the ground, stretching through your spine. Well done. Knees come down. Let's give our shoulders and wrists a little rest. Fabulous. We're going to go on the other side now. So, elbow to knee. Stretch the leg behind you. The opposite arm. I'm going to turn the other way just so I don't face the back of the mat. Elbow to knee. Squeeze and release. I don't think you need to see my back for minutes and minutes. And stretch. Squeeze and stretch. Squeeze, stretch. One more. And stretch, well done. Okay, put your foot down, your hand down, turn your knee. So we're now sideways on our mat. Let's first of all take this gorgeous, glorious side bend. Noticing that whole body stretching out from your foot to your fingertip. Place your hand on your waist. Find that long body now, so a bit of more activation in the abs. We start to lift the leg. 1, 2. Take a pause, well done. If you're a bit crampy, have a wiggle around. Now stretch the arm up long, elbow to knee. Squeeze and stretch. Squeeze, stretch. Last couple. One more. Okay, now get your hand well in the ground. I'm going to put my hand on my waist while I get ready to find this good side plank position. Try not to come down, but obviously if you do, it's fine. And then here we are. Hold. Side of the body's working nice and hard. And then you're going to lift your knee facing the front. And then you're going to put it behind you. And you're going to extend up into that back bend. You can let your arm flop behind you if you want. Looking back, lifting the hips, squeezing the glutes. Breathing. And then we're going to come back. Walk, walk, walk to the middle. Lifting the hips up. And you're going to float up your leg behind you. And then you're going to come knee to nose in your plank. Squeeze. And then push it back. And squeeze. And back. Again. Squeeze. Back. And squeeze. And back. Well done. Put it down. Take a pause. Have a roll out. Have a little bit of a wiggly wiggly. Okay, we're going to move on to our flow, which is going to be a couple of flows that will repeat. It's going to be really nice. So we're going to start in a deep squat. So this is toes pointing out a bit, and you're coming down to like this, okay? When you're down there, I want you to think of lifting up a wee bit with your chest and your hips. What I don't want is you slumping all the way down. The energy's all down to the mat. Try and get some energy up. Okay, so we're facing the top of our mat for this position. So energy up through the top of the head. I'm pressing my elbows on my knees, and at the same time I'm pressing my knees on my elbows. That two-way connection. Energy up through the top of the head. Fingertips on the floor. Lift the hips. Put the feet facing forward. Hang down. Swing and sway a bit. You can hold opposite elbows if you'd like. Then you're going to open your toes 45 degrees a bit and sit your hips back. We're in our deep squat again. Well done. Fingertips on the floor, pressing up with the hips. Well done. Heel toe your feet together. Place your fingertips on your calves, knees, thighs, and you're going to flatten your back forward. So lifting your chest, you're going to flat back now. Folding down. You're going to step your right leg back to your lunge, your left leg back to your lunge. You're going to lower through your elbows, trying to pass your elbows back past the side of your body. You're going to go all the way down to the floor. Toes, slide your rib cage forward, lift your chest a bit. You're going to pass through your kneeling position, lifting your hips. You're in your downward facing dog. Float up your right leg behind you in the air, and you're going to bring it through to a lunge and float your arms up. Well done. Hold it. From there, open out. Hold. So our toe is facing directly along the mat, the other toe is facing the side, pressing down with your hands, but not just that, your shoulder blades are pressing down. Flip the front palm, reverse. Reaching back, feel that glorious stretch from your fingertips through the side of the body again. Well done. Circle the arms over. You're in your lunge with no fuss at all. Step your front leg back to your plank. Boom. Shift your weight forward over your fingertips and lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Head comes forward. Chest is open. Pressing up through kneeling. Lift the hips high. Float the left leg up. Lunge it through. Float your arms up and hold. Open out into that side position. Hold there. Deepen this. Shoulder blades pulling together at the back. Front knee really bent. Flip the palm. Reverse. Hold. Bend the front knee more. Windmill the arms over. You're in a lunge. Step gently back to your plank. Boom. Shift your hips forward, your shoulders forward over your wrists. Lower through your arms all the way to the floor. Untuck your toes, sliding your chest forward. Back you go again. Lift the hips high. Downward facing dog. Float the right leg up and lunge through again. Floating the arms up. Stretching both legs. Bending both legs. Stretching both legs. Bending both legs. Stretch and bend. And stretch. And bend. And open out. Hold. Hold, hold, hold. Flip the palm and reverse. Hold. One more breath. Both arms come over. You're going to turn to face the top of the mat and you're going to float forward, lifting the back leg. Hold it there. So you've got a long body, pushing your heel away from you. Your chest is up. Hands can be down to the floor. They can be behind you, is quite nice. Why don't we try that? Or they can be together in a prayer. Fingertips stretching away. Now start to bring your leg in and straighten up your body. Straighten, straighten, straighten. Lift your knee in front. Bring your arms up. Standing, stretch. Hold. Let's swing it gently back to that flying pose aeroplane. Heel away at the back. Forward we go, noticing that balance on the supporting ankle. Lifting the leg up again in front. Knee lifts. And I want you to cross your ankle over your knee and sit your hips back. Hold on to something if you need. I tend to put my arms in a prayer or in front. You find that seated figure 4 pose. Getting a beautiful glute stretch. So you don't need to be bent over like me. Your body can be up straight. But I find this bent over just the most gorgeous stretch and quite easy to balance. Keeping my eyes focused on one tiny spot on the floor. That spot, I notice everything about that spot. That is my focus, stops me balancing. Hold it for one more breath. Deepen into that pose. Let the hips soften. Coming up, coming up, coming up. Lift the leg in front. Bring it back one more time. This time into the lunge. Put your left hand on the floor and your right hand is stretching up. So you're in that full twist. Well done. Pop the hand down and the knee down. Bring both arms up. Look to the ceiling and from here, open your arms like you're holding a giant ball in your hands. Opening your chest to the ceiling. Breathe there. Lifting the arms up. Inhale. Now sit the hips back a little bit. Flex the front foot. Fingertips on the floor and just let your head drop over a bit. This is an intense
Hamstring stretch. Don't go too far. It's very personal how far we stretch, and for each of us, it depends also on the day where we're at. So yeah. Good, well done. And from here, we're going to come forward and we're going to actually bring the front toe across the mat and the knee open. So we're going into a pigeon pose. So it's the other glute that stretches. Wow, does that need it? So from here, got my other leg stretched behind you. My knee is to the side, my toe is across. I'm going to start looking up, which is, it's uncomfortable for me. This one's a tricky one. If you feel good, you can start coming down a bit, maybe to your elbows. And we have to sit in this discomfort for a minute or two. Not a minute or two, like a few seconds. So breathe into this stillness. Direct your breath to that glute. Well done. Give yourself time for this one. And then gradually working your way up to your hands, taking a pause. Placing your hands on the mat, you're going to come up and stick this leg in the air and just give it a little shake around. Well done. Place it on the floor. We're going to come through to our plank. Right, I want us to do 3 push-ups. If you can, with your elbows back behind you. So you go down, you push the floor away again, you come up. Let's go again. Down and up. Let's go one more. Down and up, and lift the hips up behind you. Well done. You're going to float up the opposite leg this time, and you're going to come through to your lunge. Float the arms up, stretch both legs. Bend both legs. Stretch both legs. 2 hips facing forward. Bend and stretch. And bend. And stretch. And bend. And stretch. Well done. One more. Bend and stretch and open out. Find that lunge. Nice and deep. Flip the palm, the front palm, and reverse. Reaching up and over. Well done. And then removing the arms, twisting forward. We're going to gently push our weight forward until our back leg floats up. Find the position that's really good for you. Maybe the arms are behind you, which I find really nice to balance out the chest and the leg. I find it really good to flex the back foot a lot, push the heel away. Slowly coming up, 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 up. Your knee lifts up the front. Hold. Push that leg away. You're passing through the center line. Again. Coming up, 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 up. Knee up in front. And you're going to cross your heel over and sit your hips back. We're in that figure 4 pose. Excuse me. Perhaps with your hands down. Perhaps with your back folded forward. Well done. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And we're going to slowly come up and we're going to bring that foot back to the lunge. Place one hand on the ground, stretching up into our twist. Don't dunk down into that hand on the ground. Have your energy away from the floor. Good stuff. Place your knee down at the back. Make your toes flat. Rock forward.
Opening up the chest and then open the arms. Pulling those shoulder blades together at the back. Chest is really open like you're holding a giant ball in your hands. Coming up straight. Sitting the hips back a bit. Flex the front foot and straighten it and head softly down. Hold there. And then coming up, I want you to bring your foot across the mat and the knee out to the side. And you're going to find that lizard. First of all, just sitting up, settling in. And then when you feel ready, coming down to your elbows. Pausing there. Oh, that feels good. Feels better this side, I think, having already stretched this leg a bit. Gradually coming up to your hands. Tuck your back toes under. Pushing up, you're going to lift up that leg and just give it a little shake. And then coming into that plank, last 3 push-ups. So elbows back, you go down and up again. Down and up. Knees down if you need. Down and up. Well done. Hips go back. I want you to jump your feet to where your hands are. Boom. I'm going to turn sideways and then walk your toes so they go to the side. Stretch your legs, reaching up. I want you to open your elbows and your hands and bend your knees deep. There. Hold. Knees to the side. And stretch. And open. Hold. And stretch. And hold. And pulse. 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 This is the kicker. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. Heel your heels to the back, toes to the front, folding down. Gently grab your legs somewhere that feels good and just gently pull your head towards your legs. Breathe. Make sure your face is relaxed. One more breath. Put your hands down and we're going to sit on the floor, so I'm just going to jump my legs together. You can go down any way you like. From here, we're going to do a glute stretch, inner thigh stretch, and a twist. So this is quite intense, this glute stretch. I'm using the edge of the mat as a line, actually. So I get one leg in front, it's square, trying to make it quite square. The other leg can go wherever. I'm trying to put, not wherever, we're trying to put our foot on our knee. And then from there, I want this bottom knee on the floor. So I'm going to sit up nice and straight. So here I am, but I'm making a bit of a triangle with my legs in front. Okay, so that's my basic. Just trying to get that knee on the floor is the first job, which is hard for lots of us, I know. And then sitting up quite straight. So already deep in this glute, there is, I would like to say the word is an opening. That might not be the right physiological word. Okay, now from there, if you feel like you want a bit more, put your hand on that lifted knee and you're just gently gonna work that knee down as well. Some of you will be so great at this, you'll be like, what's the bother? I'm just doing like this. This is how I sit normally. But for a lot of us, this is really intense. So just find where's good for you. With all stretches, we want that feeling of resistance. It's that slight discomfort, but it's not pain. And it's not a lot of shaking as you're doing it. Okay, it's
settling into it. Now I'm trying to think of actually almost rotating this hand. When I do that, I gently push like out, and I can almost feel, I can feel the rotation in that hip socket. Really amazing. Okay. Woo. So from here, stretch this leg long to the side. And again, sit up straight. Now, even for me, I can already feel a bit of inner thigh going on. We're going to place our elbow or palm up, and then we're just going to work our elbow down to the floor and reach the other arm open. If you want, you might need a bit of a lever, which can be really helpful to hold the leg, perhaps even the foot. And then from there, don't be like this or flop down. I want you to think of opening your chest. So it doesn't matter how far you're over your leg, you're spiraling sideways. Hold it there. Again, this is the one in the yoga class where people are all the way over their leg, and I'm like, how are they doing this? It's not for me. Coming up, well done. Bring the other leg in, so find that triangle shape, and then pop the other foot on the knee. Sitting up straight and working your knee to the ground is the first move, and then gently pushing this one down. And I like to go a bit away, around, if that makes sense. And then just hold it there, sitting up straight still. Good stuff. Love it. Stretch your leg away from you. Find that 2 glutes on the floor, 2 sit bones down before you reach over. Find what stretch works for you, but make sure you're opening up your chest. So I'm actually holding around the back of my leg for that leverage. Stretching long. This is great because it's a really good side back of the body stretch too. I'm finding right there above the hips. Really lovely. And then coming up, well done, lying on your back. Bring your right knee into your chest. Make some big circles in that hopefully slightly looser hip joint than it was at the beginning. And then bring the knee across the body, twisting over. Chest is open. Well done. Coming back to the middle, bring the left knee into the chest, make some big circles, and then bring that knee across. Noticing how you feel now and how, this isn't a workout where we're lifting weights or jumping around doing cardio, but how beneficial it is for the whole body and the brain too. Bring your knees in, rock and roll through the spine. All the way back, all the way up. Just watch your neck, don't go too far. And then come to standing. Come to how we started. Feet apart a bit, palms facing forward, and then just rise up. As you come down, try and imagine your head is not losing any height. You're up high, and then you've got that elongation, 2-way stretch. Down. And again. Up. And down. One more. Up. And down. Twist it gently, shake it out. Well done. We are done.
I hope you're feeling that like mind-body connection, that calmness, that quiet kind of strength, and the strength of mind that comes from moving really slowly. I love that one. I hope you did too. See you soon for another. Take care of yourselves. Have a good day ahead. Bye.